Students, welcome to the online education of class 6 science. So dear students, in the previous class we were learning about different methods of measurement. In that, so some rough methods of measurement by using the strings of length. Okay, so now let us understand some rough methods wherein we won't get the exact measurement of the objects, or else we are using some normal measurement units which are used by old people, in the ancient times. So during our ancestors, they used some normal methods by using their hands and legs, okay, to measure the length of the object. So that we will discuss in today's class, and later on how this led to the improvement of standard length of unit. Okay, so that we will discuss in the next class. Okay, now let's see what are some important measurements that our ancient people used. So to understand this, we need to work in pairs. Okay, so you have to do this activity by using your foot, okay, as a unit of length. What you need to do is you have to measure the length and breadth of the classroom by using your foot. Okay, so is it possible for you to measure the length and breadth exactly by using the foot length? It may not be, because so while measuring, so some of the length, some part of the length of the classroom may be short. Okay, so it may be smaller than the length of your foot when you come to at the end. So at that time you need to use a string length, okay, to measure the length of the remaining part of the length which is left. Okay, so you can record the length and breadth of the classroom, so in terms of foot length. Okay, so see the table here, look at the table, name of the student. So each of your friends name you have to write. So what is the length of classroom? Suppose 8 foot or 8 foot length. Width of the classroom, suppose 10 foot length. And write next any other friend of yours, so write the length and breadth in terms of foot length. So after observing these all, do you understand that the foot length and width of the classroom would be the same or the different for each of you? Just you think. So it may not be, because your foot length may be smaller than your friend. Okay, your friend foot length may be smaller than another of your friend. Okay, so that's why the foot length cannot be the exact unit of measurement. So one more thing, okay, so this is also one of the activity, so to make you understand the necessity of the standard unit of length. See here, foot length, then we come to a conclusion that foot length cannot be a standard unit of length. Now this activity you have to do again with your friends, so in group. So what you need to do is you have to use your hand span. Okay, hand span, you know that already. So hand span as a unit of measurement. Okay, so by using the hand span as a unit of measurement, you have to measure the width of the desk in the classroom. So look at the figure 10.5, you can see that width of the length table can be measured. So look at the diagram here, measuring the width of the table with a hand span. Look at the diagram here, you can see. So hand span means from your thumb to last finger. Okay, see now here you need to find that the exact length of the table or the desk. So here what happens here, the length of your foot, your width of the, or the length of your what you are using hand span, so that cannot be the exactly, it may not take the exact length of your desk. Why? Because some part of the length can be remained when you are measuring the length of the desk. So at that time what you need to do is here, so you can take the string you have to take to measure the measurement of the length which is left after measuring your hand span. Okay, so that the string length is equal to your hand span you have to take. So what is the length of your hand span? Same length you have to take the string. So by using the string, go on measuring. So how much it will be, the length of the desk. So you see, because the hand span may not be comfortable. So what is the length of your hand span? That much only you have to take. Okay, the string length. Then you can measure it easily. So now record your observation. So we see that measurement means the comparison of unknown quantity with the known quantity, with some known quantity. See, you wanted to measure the length of the any desk. So you have to measure with by using one known quantity, one known length. Okay, so that's why measurement is nothing but what? Measurement of unknown quantity with some known quantity. So this fixed quantity, this fixed known quantity, we call it as a what? Unit. So this known fixed quantity is called as what? Unit. So the result of measurement is expressed in two parts. The result of these measurements can be expressed in some units. See, look at the diagram here. Measurement of width of a table. See, who measured the width of the table? So write the name of your friends and number of handspans. So your handspan may be 4 handspan, maybe your desk. So your friends may be 6 handspan. Some of them only 3, some of them 7. So it's based on the length of your handspan. Okay, that's why this known quantity, fixed quantity, is known as unit. So the result of measurement is measured in expressed in two parts. Okay, unit of measurement can be expressed in two parts. One part is a number and another part is unit of measurement. Usually the measurement result is expressed in two parts. First part will be always number. What is the length of the classroom? 10, 20, 15, 2, 3, 5, 6, like that. First part is number. Another part is the unit of measurement, whether it is centimeter, meter, kilometer, like that. Okay, for example, in activity number 1, foot span we have used there. The length of your classroom is found to be 12 lengths of your foot. So if suppose in the activity number 1 which you have done here, so by using foot span you have measured the length of the classroom. At that time, suppose it is found to be 12 lengths of your foot. Then you have to see it as, tell it as 12 is the number of foot length. 12 is the number, and the foot length is the unit of that measurement for the measurement selected for the measurement. So now study all the measurements recorded in table and 10.2, 10.1 and 10.2. So are all those measurements for the classroom using everybody's foot is equal or not? Or everybody's measurement by handspan or foot span is same or not? So by this what we understand is the result could be different as the length of your friends, the length of handspan and foot span may be different for different people, for different friends. Okay, the result could be different as the length of your handspan as well as your friends may be not the same. Okay, it may not be the same. Similarly, the length of the foot also may be slightly different from your friend's foot length. Okay, so therefore when you tell the measurement using your handspan or the length as of a foot, so then what happens here as a unit to others, so it will not be able to understand the exact actual length of the given object. So hence we need to, therefore we need not use the length of your handspan or foot span to measure the length of any object. So therefore some standard units of measurements can be needed or are needed, so that do not change from person to person. That's why, see, now we understood the length of the foot span, length of the handspan cannot be the same for everyone. It will be different for a different person. Okay, so that's why we therefore need some standard unit of measurement which is needed for us, that do not change from person to person. So what is that standard unit of measurement? Let us discuss in the next class. Thank you and have a nice day.